I will give you 5 of my own tried and true, most effective techniques, which, if you follow through with them, will absolutely help you improve your pronunciation and speaking skills. The techniques we'll be learning about today are hand aids, face yoga, to and fro, pat a cake, and shifting gears. I came up with the names by myself. Thank you very much. This video is specifically for those who have a clear and serious intention to improve their pronunciation and, in turn, their speaking skills. Did you know that a lot of English teachers, tutors, and speaking coaches have come to the conclusion that pronunciation needs to be taught from the exact moment a person starts to learn a language? Learning the correct pronunciation helps you become fluent in a language a lot faster. You don't have to get rid of your accent completely. We're definitely not striving for perfection, but we do need to make a conscious effort to sound as clear as we can in English, to the best of our ability. One question that I get every once in a while from some very indignant viewers is, why? Why would I want to sound like a native speaker? Well, that's not what we're aiming for. Our focus is clarity, so that even though you're speaking with an accent, nobody has to tell you, "Excuse me, I didn't get that," or "Can you repeat that, please?" or play charades with you, right? We want to be understood, not only by native speakers, but also by non-native speakers. A lot of the time, our listening skills are more developed than our speaking skills. And even though a person speaks with an accent, they might not understand accents very well because they are used to hearing native speakers speak. After telling you the technique, we will determine what it will help you work on, and then I'll demonstrate how to apply it. The things we'll be focusing on are the most common issues non-native speakers usually need to work on. So, let's get to work. Technique 1. Hand aids. To use this technique, we will first take a test to check if you know how to pronounce each individual sound, especially vowel sounds. Pull up a chart of English sounds and go through them, identifying the sounds you have problems with. A lot of non-native speakers have problems with vowel sounds. The most challenging ones are the long O sound, the short ah sound, and the ah sound. Also, the sounds can be a challenge. Non-native speakers often mix them up, substituting one for the other frequently. Work on those sounds individually and then practice them in words. It's very important to practice those sounds as they appear in words, not just in isolation. Why do we want to do this? Because in English, very often, one mispronounced sound changes the word and its meaning. This isn't terrible most of the time. It's even funny. However, we don't want this to happen during a serious conversation with. Let's say you're in a presentation. We don't want to say things like, "I love meth," instead of, "I love math," or "I don't like paper in my food," instead of, "I don't like pepper in my food." Something my husband has confused people with a couple of times. How do you work on these sounds individually? Well, You just want to get into the mechanics of pronouncing the sound. If it's the long O sound, then you want to hone the pronunciation of this sound. You want to make sure that your mouth knows what to do, and then you work on it in words. Let me demonstrate some examples with the long O sound. Slavic speakers in particular often do this, but non-native speakers in general tend to substitute it with a short and abrupt O. So instead of saying home, they say hum. Instead of saying pole, they say pull. To learn the proper pronunciation of a sound or a word, we will use online dictionaries where you can listen to the correct pronunciation of individual sounds. Use YouTube, where you can find videos explaining the mechanics of pronunciation. Use Uglish to listen to native speakers pronouncing words. Work with a teacher, if you have one, to refine these sounds. However, I've noticed that very often it is difficult for people to produce the full movement of the mouth needed to make the correct sound. Their mouths are simply not used to these movements, so they either make the sounds too short or don't complete the movement. To address this, I've developed a very effective way to help. We will be using our hands. That's why this technique is called hand aids. You might have noticed that vocal coaches, when teaching people to sing, often use their hands. They use gestures to help singers stretch out a note or hit higher pitches. Artists also do this on stage to enhance their performances. We'll be doing the same thing. Let me demonstrate. Let's take 3 sounds, and this is what we'll do while practicing them. For the O sound, I'll show myself that I need to round this sound. For the ah sound, I'll show myself that I need to drop my jaw and open my mouth. For the oo sound, I'll show myself that I need to push my lips forward. Let's try this with some words. 3 words with a long O sound. Focus, pole, and phone. Focus, pole, phone. Notice how we round the sound while helping ourselves with hand movements. Focus, po, phone. 3 words with an ah sound. Yawn, claw, and straw. Yawn, claw, straw. 3 words with an oo sound. Question, weather, and waffle. Question, weather, waffle. You can use any hand movements. It doesn't matter what they are as long as they're comfortable for you. When you engage your body, your brain pays more attention to that particular task, making it easier and faster to memorize. All right, let's move on to our second technique, which is called face yoga. H our boss, for example, or during a presentation. You wouldn't want to say something like, I love meth, instead of, I love math, or I don't like paper in my food, instead of, I don't like pepper in my food. You might want to use a mirror to make sure that your mouth movements are correct and full. The point of this exercise is enunciation and articulation. Do you know why people have accents? It's because they speak another language using the mouth movements and sounds of their native language. Changing this might not be easy because you need to use different muscles, and it'll feel unusual and weird. Your face muscles will hurt, and you will want to reduce those sounds and movements. However, what we really need to do is exaggerate. What feels, looks, and sounds strange to you is completely normal to a native speaker. Let me demonstrate. Let's take that same long O sound and the infamous TH sound, along with a couple of words containing them. We'll work on the words hotel, yoga, think, and bathroom, and we'll exaggerate those sounds. Hotel, yoga, think, bathroom, bath, room. You want to stretch them out, feel the tension in your face, and go slowly. No, you're not going to speak like this in real life because your brain is intelligent. You can hear other people speak, and you can see their faces when they speak. All you need to do is get used to these mouth movements, and most importantly, get comfortable with them. Now, before we go any further, I'd like to introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, Elsa Speak. I think we all know by now that I love this app, but also, my 4-year-old son really enjoys using it. It's a great app to help not only you, but also your kids to start speaking English and work on pronunciation. Elsa Speak will help you improve your pronunciation, intonation, and fluency by using innovative artificial intelligence technology that recognizes your voice and pinpoints your pronunciation errors. The app includes 40-plus real-life topics and 1,600-plus lessons, ranging from business topics like everyday office conversations, job interviews, business travel, and sales meetings, to casual everyday topics like movies, food and drink, education, and entertainment. An amazing dictionary that shows you how to pronounce any word or phrase, a community feature that allows you to add friends and colleagues, compete on a leaderboard, and even ask for help by posting a word you're struggling with, so friends can help you correct it. Go ahead and download it right now for free, and get 7 days of pro membership for free. The link is in the description. Now, let me give you a little demo. There are lots of options you can choose from to work on your pronunciation, like particular sounds, linking sounds, dialogues, and more. You can also practice specific words that give you trouble. For example, let's practice this word because it's a difficult one to pronounce: entrepreneur. Let's listen to it again. Entrepreneur. Now let's try to say it. Entrepreneur. Okay, not bad, but there are still some sounds I need to work on. With Elsa Speak, you can also track your progress on the app. And of course, I have an exclusive discount for you. By using my link, you can get 85% off Elsa's lifetime membership. That means you'll save $400 and get a lifetime membership. You can also get 40% off their 1-year membership. The link is in the description and pinned comment. Our third technique is called to and fro. After we've identified the sounds that give us trouble, we move on to our third technique. Here, we'll go back and forth between words that contain the sounds we tend to mix up. This exercise helps train our brain and mouth to really feel the difference and make a clear distinction between them. As an example, let's take the F and S sounds, as well as the TH and D sounds, along with words that people usually mix up. You can see the words on the screen. We'll go back and forth between them: thinking, sinking, thick, thigh, sigh, thinking, sinking, thick, thigh, valley, wally very, weary Vic, wick volley, wally very, wary Vic, wick. To make this a bit more challenging, we'll isolate these sounds and go back and forth between just the sounds, F/S, teach/D, and vice versa. You got the idea. Let's move on to our fourth technique. Our fourth technique is called pat cake. Another thing that affects clarity is stress. Word stress and sentence stress. When we misplace the stress in a word, we not only distort the pronunciation, but we also stress and reduce the wrong sounds. As we know, the primary stress in a word is longer, stronger, and fully pronounced. The secondary stress is weaker, and unstressed vowels often reduced to the schwa sound. We don't want to say something confusing like consequences instead of consequences. Misplacing stress in a sentence can also lead to misunderstandings. Let's take this sentence as an example. I never said she stole my money. Depending on where we place the emphasis, the meaning changes. If we stress she, I never said she stole my money, this implies that someone else might have stolen the money. If we stress stole, I never said she stole my money, this might suggest that something else happened to the money, but not theft. If we stress I never said she stole my money, this suggests that someone else's money might have been stolen. How do we know where to place the stress in words? There are about 7 main rules to identify word stress, but honestly, they're boring. Who needs rules? I say, you learn stress as you go. Work on your listening skills. Listen to native speakers regularly. Check in with a dictionary. Memorize stress patterns. Even if you know the rules, you'll still need to do all these things. The easiest and most fun way to remember where the stress goes is clapping. Remember, when you engage your body, your brain pays more attention to the task, helping you memorize it faster and easier. With clapping, it's so much easier to hit the right syllable. Let's take a couple of words where the stress falls on the first syllable. Anything, present, vegetable, and surface. We'll clap on the first syllable as we say them. Okay, let's go. Anything, present, vegetable, surface. Anything, present, vegetable, surface. Anything, present, vegetable, surface. Now a couple of words where the stress falls on the second syllable. Today, disturb, express, reveal. We'll say the first syllable and clap on the second syllable. Let's try. Today, disturb, reveal, express. Today, disturb, reveal, express. Today, disturb, reveal, express. Today, disturb, reveal, express. And now, a couple of words with primary and secondary stress. Recommendation, cappuccino, avocado. The clap on the secondary stress will be weaker, and on the primary stress, it'll be stronger and louder. Okay, let's go. Recommendation, cappuccino, avocado. Recommendation, cappuccino, avocado recommendation, cappuccino, avocado. It's like chanting. Our last technique is called shifting gears. You must have heard me say this hundreds of times by now, and I'll say it again. You always want to start slowly. Say the words you're working on slowly, like 10 times, and then gradually speed up. When you're saying the words slowly, you're working on precision and accuracy, making sure that you're pronouncing the word correctly and hitting every sound. When you go fast, you're working on the mechanics, ensuring the execution is right in different situations. Okay, I'll take the word bathroom for the demonstration. We start slowly. Bathroom, bathroom, bathroom. We're making sure we're hitting every sound. Then we speed up. Bathroom, 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 bathroom. You got the idea. Phew, that was a lot. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. And if you practiced along, that's amazing. You get extra points. My final notes. Practice consistently, not just once or twice. Try to get feedback. Find someone who can listen to you and point out things you might be missing. If you can't find anyone or feel shy, record yourself practicing and give yourself feedback. If you'd like me to go over a specific technique in more detail, let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.